Hey, my name is Nick. I'm going to be talking to you today and just kind of figuring out what's going on. So if you'll just introduce yourself, we haven't met, so I would love to just tell me your name, age, and your occupation.
Well, Nick, my name is Tom Jones, and um, I'm a mechanic, and I work at the local uh, mechanic shop, and I'm expert in transmissions. I like detailed work.
Yeah, and if you see, I am looking at my screen. I'm writing down notes, so I have that. Um, so I'm not trying to look away, but just taking stuff. Okay. Well, Tom, it's very nice to meet you. I'm glad that you are here today. I first just want to say that anything you say in here is confidential, except for a couple things. If you're threatening to hurt yourself, hurt me, or hurt someone else, I do have to tell people that, as well as if there's anyone else kind of involved in your team, whether you're working on some different stuff. If there's anyone else you would like to have me tell, or if you want me to tell no one, then we can kind of talk about that at some point. And so to just start, I think just tell me why you feel like you're in here today and talking to me.
Well, I was referred here, I guess, for a second opinion. Uh,
Okay.
there are times when I'm very, very productive at work. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm beside myself. I eat breakfast, drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee, and I go to work. I'm there by 6 o'clock, and I go like a madman all day long, and I may fix 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of equipment in one day, and that goes on uh, the whole day, and then it might go on as long as 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks. I feel great,
Mm-hmm.
very energized. I come home and I eat, and I might have a drink after I come home, but then on the other hand, there are times when I don't want to wake up, and I don't get up, and I don't go to work. And they've been threatening to fire me because I don't show up. And then I come back, and they're happy I'm back when I come back.
Yeah. Sounds like when you're at work, you would you say that you usually enjoy it?
I do. I
Yeah.
do. Very intently.
Yes. So yeah, like it sounds like when you're at Joy, you like it. They like having you. You're good at what you do. You're very knowledgeable in what you do. But when you're not there, it's just a struggle for them and you. Does that sound right?
Yeah, because when I'm not there, I don't want to go there. I don't want to see anybody. And if I see someone, I get very mad at them. But I'll just stay by. Well, that's why they sent me here. Evidently I don't know, an unconventional worker.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I understand that. There are some days I don't want to work, but everyone's got to do it. When you say that there are some days at work where you just don't want to go at all, kind of explain that feeling to me. Is it something that is in your head, your body, physical, mental, emotional? What does that look like?
So I just don't have the energy. I don't have drive. I don't. want to see anyone. I just want to stay by myself. I don't think I'm able to go out the door on those days. But I really like the high day. The high day is great. I get a lot done and everybody's happy. But when the low days come, it's not so much fun for me or anyone else.
Yeah. When you have those quote unquote low days, like what you said, what does it look like if you do go out and do things, and you're saying sometimes you get angry at people and it's not fun for the people around? What does that kind of look like for you?
Well, I'm angry. I don't really like people looking at me when I'm in that mood. That's why I isolate. I don't want to leave the house. So I spend most of my time either sleeping, reading the paper, staying by myself.
Yeah.
If someone comes over, I'll be polite, invite them in for a few minutes like that.
Yeah. Gotcha. So let me just ask a little bit about a timeline for this. When did these high and low days kind of start happening? Is that something you've always had while working, or is that recent?
I had some of that when I was younger in school. There were days when I didn't care much to go to school, but I was forced to go. So I went, and then after 50 years of age or something, somewhere along there, started getting more intense. I had other jobs at that time, and I lost those jobs because of this queen sort of thing. And I've been able to keep this one.
Yeah. Gotcha. And then just timeline again. At one point, you said sometimes you feel great for like 4 weeks
Yeah.
at a time, a couple weeks at a time. So usually, is it high for 4 weeks and then low for a day or two, or what does that look like?
Yeah, 2, 3 weeks, maybe a week, and I'm
Okay.
low, just very, very low, very depressed. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be alone. Spend most of my time um, reading papers, sometimes watching TV.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm just trying to get the backstory of all of this, and just kind of want to ask. I know I'm going to try to kind of figure out what's going on here, and definitely give you my opinion at some point. Maybe not in this session, but a later session. But for you, what do you feel like is going on with you right now? Do you feel like you had something go on when you were a child or teenager or young adult, or is this um, just something random for you? What do you feel like's going on?
Well, I think I've always had a little bit, gotten more intense as I've gotten older. And it's caused, as I said, it's caused me problems over the years. It caused me employment and relationships, actually.
Hmm.
So I've had it the whole time.
Yeah. And do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a brother and a sister.
Okay. Are they older or younger than you?
They're younger. I'm the oldest.
Both younger. Okay. And Have you ever heard them talk about these kind of symptoms that you're having at their jobs?
No, they just pretty much said my older brother's nuts. No, they don't. They've never said anything. Yeah, my uncle. I had an uncle on my father's side that was a strange kind of guy, and he may have had symptoms.
Okay.
And I had another uncle that drowned in the ocean.
Yeah. Tell me about that a little bit. How'd that make you feel?
I was very small. I didn't really know him that well, but I heard my mother talk about it. That everyone thought he was kind of a strange guy. He ended up dying and drowning himself, actually,
Hmm.
in the ocean.
Have you ever thought of doing something like that?
No, no, not really. I enjoy the highs. I really enjoy the work I get done, and I'm feeling really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Well, I have a couple of, I like to call them kind of rapid fire questions. So you just give me a couple of yes or no's on some of these questions, just to kind of get a background of you. Have you ever taken any medication for anything, or are you on medication now?
No, I'm not on any medication other than sinus medication.
Okay. Have you ever been in? Well, you said you went to another therapist, and this is your second one to get a second opinion. Have you ever been to any other kind of therapy?
No, no.
Okay. You have any history of hospitalizations?
Possibly.
Possibly. Do you have a history of any head injuries?
No, no, I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah. Um, okay. Um, sorry, just trying to look at my notes here. To just trying to get at you. So tell me about your life now. You're saying you're working a job or whatever. Do you have? Are you married? Do you have kids?
I am married. We have two children.
And how?
They're grown. They're 36, 38.
And have they ever seen any of these symptoms that you kind of have going on?
Yeah, they know when dad's in the bathroom. You know,
Mm-hmm. And what if any, have they ever given you any advice to kind of get out of those bad moods, like you're saying?
oh yeah, just get out. Just all in your head. You just need to get out of this. Armchair psychiatrist.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know this was short today. I have a lot to kind of look over. I have a bunch of notes here about you, and excited. I know, again, this is only the first one, so we're just going to try to kind of figure out what's going on and just keep talking about that. One thing for you this week is if those low days happen, just write down how you're feeling. Write down if you think about something from your childhood or your teenage years or in your 20s or 30s, whatever that looks like. And then at one point you talked about how in your 50s it got worse. Think about what made it worse, and what that means to be worse than what it was. Kind of think about that. And we're going to talk about that next time because I think that's going to be really important on kind of figuring out what's going on with you, because it sounds like the highs are really high and the lows are really low. And so I want you to be either really high all the time or just doing well, whatever that looks like for you, and not on these super low days. Does that sound like something you can do, whether you write those down or just collect those thoughts in your head? Is that something we can talk about next
Sure.
time?
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Well, it was great to meet you today, and I am excited to work with you and see you next week.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Sweet.